Be me, in a play with favorite theater company. Little girl in play as well. She's a little weird, but cool. Hands me a picture she drew. It's a poem about how she plans to kill me. Visiting Chinatown, alone as usual. Pop into a dumpling shop, and on this particular day, it's pretty dead. Normally, it's bustling. Order a fuck ton of pork and soup dumplings, and the waitress disappears into the kitchen. As I wait for my food, I look around and notice that the only people in the restaurant are me, an old couple in the corner, and one Asian businessman on his phone. The old couple is eyeing me strangely. I nod and smile, but they look away. Service bell dings. Here comes my food. Yes. Look over at the double doors leading to the kitchen. They open, and I watch as my tray of food makes its way over to me, balanced delicately on the raised arm of a big fat frog in a smock. I glance around. What the fuck is this? Old couple is scowling at me now. Asian businessman doesn't even seem to notice. He's glued to his phone. The frog person walks up to my table and drops off my food. He's just barely tall enough to do this. Then turns around and walks back into the kitchen, just like a little person. A few moments of disbelief pass. Old couple still scowling. Asian businessman gets up and leaves. After a while, hunger takes over, and I simply chow down. I had never had, and to this day have not had, such fucking delicious dumplings. I ordered enough to take home with me, but ended up eating everything. My plates were totally clean. Never see the frog again, but leave a generous tip when I pay my tab. Thank you, my amphibious friend, whoever you were. Be me, 16. Urban exploration with a cutie pie friend. Find this really small 2-story house, dilapidated as fuck. Doors are boarded up, windows are boarded up. See small window that leads into basement. We're both thin-framed enough to slide in. Basement must be bigger than first floor. Hobo cot in the corner, porn mags, canned food, and all. Should we leave it on? I don't want to get hobo knifed. Cot is covered in dust. Everything is covered in dust. No, I think we're good. Initiate flashlights. Basement is creepy, but otherwise empty, and smells like rancid shit. Literal bucket of shit. Flies and mold, and disgusting. I almost vomit. We go up the stairs into the house. Inside of house isn't dusty, but is dark. Explore all like 700 square feet. Living room / kitchen combo, and a bathroom. That's it. Bathroom is locked really tightly. Whatever. Living room looks really nice for an abandoned house. Kinda creepy to be honest. Feel like someone's watching us. Go upstairs. Anan, can we go? I want to see the rest of this place. Then we can leave. Promise. Upstairs is 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. Weird, rotten kinda smell. Open first bedroom door. Completely empty. Open second bedroom. Also empty, but has big stains on carpet and ripped up wallpaper. We open bathroom door together. Olfactory sensory overload. Dead skinned squirrels and cats all over counter. Small skinned dog in toilet. Dried blood all over floor. Bundle of cloth in bathtub. Morbid curiosities taking over. 4 red spots in cloth, about 2 inches wide each. Hand shaking as I reach for the end of the cloth. Anan, please, can we go? Move the cloth. Dead blonde girl with smeared makeup, eyes wide open. Mouth is gagged. Friend screams. I scream. We run down the hall. Notice bedroom door is closed. I didn't close any of these doors. Run down the stairs. Friend is still screaming. Previously locked bathroom door is open. See knives and such in there. And a chair facing the door. Another bolt of cloth in that tub. Bathroom door slammed shut. Friend screams louder, heads straight for the basement to leave. I hear her leave. Can't move. Too scared. House is completely silent. Hear door upstairs creaking. Fear paralysis gone. Run to the basement, climb out tiny window. Friend is there, crying and shaking. We're just outside the window. Suddenly hear bam, bam, bam. I jump, she jumps and screams. Tiny window is suddenly boarded up. Nope.jpg. We run back to our car in the driveway. There's a folded up note under the wiper. I grab it on my way to the passenger seat. We start driving home. I open note. We've seen your faces. Call the police and we come for you. I scream. She sees note. Breaks down crying. Never told anyone before. Not making this up. Stay the fuck out of San Antonio. Seriously. One night I was driving home from work, right? It was late as fuck and super dark, and my mom stayed out in this 2-story house with her husband. I lived with them at the time. They were the only house for, I would say, a good 5 or 6 miles. Nothing but forest all around. My stepdad was a contractor and construction guy. He built the house like 25 years ago. Anyway, I'm driving along this windy-ass, narrow-ass road. I come around this corner and there's something crossing the street. Being the gentleman that I am, I slam on the brakes. It was small. I thought it was a rabbit. It slowly rolls across the street in front of me. It's colorful. I get out and look at it crawl in front of my headlight. It's a little toy train. It is rolling and making little toy noises. I walk up to it and pick it up, thinking maybe it was on an elevated section of road, or the wind maybe. No, it's on a timer. You have to wind this toy up. While I'm looking at it, the timer goes off. I wind it up fully, and it chugs for about 20 seconds. Someone had wound it up right before I drove up on it. Thinking one of my friends is playing tricks on me, I lived in a small town, immediately dismissed it as a joke. I went to the trunk of my car, and got the tire iron out and the flashlight, and started patrolling through the woods, yelling out names of friends. I keep looking for about 5 minutes, when my car horn starts blaring. Laughing it off, I run back to the car, and there's no one there. I said fuck it and went home. I got home and parked where I was always parked, killed the engine and started inside. I was about halfway to the door when my car horn starts blaring. I turn around and look at my car, which I had locked. I see no one inside. I realize someone had gotten into my car while I was out in the woods 10 minutes before. I go inside and call the police, and they arrive 15 to 20 minutes later. The trunk to my car is open. No one inside. Be out hiking with 2 mates in an area southeast of Adelaide. Sun starts going down, so we come back up to the gorge. Walking along when it starts smelling like blood or copper, something like that. Halfway up, hear something moving in the bush. Shit, there's 3 of them. One to the left of the track, one to the right, and one behind us. Standing dead still, not making a noise. From the bottom of the gorge, hear this ungodly scream. It sounded like a woman screaming for help, but in reverse. The 3 things start to move closer. We all nope the fuck out of there, sprinting up the gorge. Jesus fuck, why is this thing so steep? Smoker friend starts lagging behind because fucking lungs. He's screaming at us. Wait, guys, fuck, wait, come back! Fuck. I slow down to his pace so he doesn't get jumped. These things are right behind us, but still hidden in the scrub. They're making noises like a dog trying to speak human. Oh shit, there's the car. Run, friends! As we get to the car, I turn around and see this pale-ass, man-sized thing slink back into the scrub. Hear what sounds exactly like my friend in the scrub. Wait, guys! Come back! It screams again. We nope the fuck out of there. Nobody believes me but my sister. It was terrifying. It happened a little under 6 months ago. I haven't gone back since. Hi, I'm Clive. In my early childhood, I lived in a haunted house. I lived in a small southern town. So small, everything was fucking bunched together in some places. I lived next to a jail/juvenile detention center, a doctor's office, and right in front of my house was a funeral home. Background on this funeral home. It was an African-American funeral home. I'm African-American, little extra info there. And my neighborhood was rough, so I never played outside. Lots of violence and death in that part of town. I would just play video games and draw. Anyway, I'll get to my experience. I was alone in the room that I shared with my sister. One night she had gone to a football game, and my mom was the only person there. I was watching Adult Swim, which was not allowed. It was real late, and my door slowly opens, and I, being not allowed to do this, pretended to be asleep by putting the sheets over me. As I waited for my mom to get out, I hear footsteps. Slow footsteps. Boards creaking loudly, closer and closer. They came to my bed and I'm thinking, what's she doing? Why is she walking like that? I feel something rush over me, a feeling I can only describe as something should not be here, like it shouldn't exist. The sheets are pulled off of me, and I can feel something's gaze on me. It feels like it's looking into my very being, and I hear my name called. It sounded like a very attractive woman. Not my mom, not anyone I know. I jump up to look. It's a woman, naked, made of blue light. She's not angelic in any way. Her smile is huge, and her eyes are just hollow. Like I can see the wall of my room behind her eyes, if that makes sense. I also noticed she's covered in blood and has a bobcat hairstyle. She's both horrifying and beautiful in a weird way. She just keeps looking, and my head starts buzzing. It keeps getting stronger until I pass out. I woke up the next morning feeling like my brain was fried, but I couldn't talk about it. Not to my mom, nor anyone. I was scared. Scared that if I talked to anyone about her, she would do something very bad to me. That was my first experience. Don't know about creepiest, but it's something, and it's been fairly consistent. About 2-ish years ago, probably 17 or so at the time, sitting at my computer at some point after midnight playing some game. Next to my computer is a closet, and the door opens such that the door is right beside me. I can't see anything on the other side of it, of course. Randomly look away from the screen and over in that direction. Catch a glimpse of someone peeking out from the corner of that door. It hides behind the door about a second after I look at it. Feel some fear, naturally, but noticeably, also feel intense rage. Get up and walk over there with the intent to beat the living shit out of whatever this thing is. Of course, there's nothing there. Decide to call it a night. Had trouble sleeping if I recall. Wasn't the first time I've seen these shadow people around my parents' house. Other instances. Be really young, pre-kindergarten young. See a man standing in my parents' room looking at me. Genuinely believe it's my dad and run towards it. It moves into the bed and out of sight. Disappears. Not really scared, but very confused. Look around the room for him. Mom and aunt, who was visiting, shitting themselves and almost call the cops. Final story. Unsure if it's truly connected. Wake up one night. Girl in the corner of my room, fucking screaming. Dog is seemingly barking at it. Feel genuine fear from these things for the first time. Haul goddamn ass out of my room and proceed to run into the wall of my hallway. No longer feel fear now that I've stopped running. Just confusion. The one thing in common with all of these is that they appeared like what people describe as shadow people on here, as in being no distinguishable features and all shadow. My mom has had run-ins with one of these, notably once seeing the shadow man, the one in the first two of my experiences, in the hall of my grandparents on the same property, just walking around. Described as having a cowboy-style hat, but she didn't see much else, presumably like pig-related. Also notable is that, cliche as it may sound, our property is on a former slave plantation and native tribal grounds. The woods here have always been spooky and foreboding to me. Anyone else have any experience with these shadow people? Be me, early 20s, struggling with sleep paralysis since I was 17. Not actually that bad, and only occurs if I sleep on my back or roll onto my back while asleep. More annoying than scary. Sleeping in my apartment, have a weird dream that I'm seeing strange lights passing in front of me. Blink and realize I'm not dreaming, and I'm actually looking out my window of my apartment. Strange lights are headlights from the occasional car. Already could tell what was happening. Try to sit up. Can't. After a few more attempts, I give up and decide to just wait it out. Look down to the foot of my bed, where a shadow is naturally cast on the wall from my dresser. From the shadow comes a beautiful woman. I live alone, and my doors are always locked. As she walks into the light, I see she has beautiful auburn hair, large golden eyes, and petite breasts. She's wearing black dress skirt. Looks vaguely like my ex. At this point, I realize I'm hallucinating, which I knew was common for sleep paralysis, but has never happened to me before. As she approaches me, she smiles, and I can tell she is silently asking to lay with me. I realize something's not right. Oh shit, is this a succubus? I'm pretty religious, from a practicing Catholic family. Despite knowing it's a hallucination, I don't want to risk fraternizing with a demon, regardless of her existential status. Tell her to go to hell. Can't actually move my mouth or make noise. More like I'm thinking it loudly. She apparently hears it anyway, as she staggered back in surprise and anger, her seductive smile turning into contempt. She gives me the finger as she walks back to the shadow she emerged from. I must have dozed off shortly after because next thing I remember is my alarm clock going off. More of the story. Do not trust supernatural thoughts. Be a woman. Enjoy nightly walks and smoking weed in forest. I dress in androgynous fashion, so am often mistaken for man. Also ugly. Sometimes get spooked out, but continue having my nighttime strolls. One night, be high as shit. Walking and minding my business. Hear whispering from forest. It's just my mind playing tricks. Keep walking. Think that I hear something following me in the trees. Oh shit, a rapist. Glance to the forest. See some deer-like creature standing on its hind legs. Spooked, but think it's just my weed mind playing tricks. Keep walking the trail. Bit faster though. Something follows. Suddenly, the creature appears in front of me in the trail. Eyes deep black, mouth gaping open. It lets out a gurgling sound and staggers towards me. Remember that my ancestors believed evil spirits go away if they see a pussy. Bears won't attack women either because of the fear of the pussy. Drop my pants. I'm on my period. The creature stops. I begin walking pussy first towards the creature, chanting some vaguely Kalevala Lang spell I made up. I don't fucking know how to say that. Creature starts backing down. Stick my hands in my pussy and scoop out some slimy blood. Flick my hands towards the creature. Huge blood clot lands right onto its face. It lets out ungodly screech. My ears are ringing. Creature drops, thrashing to the ground, then quickly scampered back to the forest, still screaming a bloody murder. Run home to wash myself. Was it the old Finnish pussy magic, or disgust that banished the beast? I don't know. That's so fucking gross. I be... I begin walking pussy first. Jesus. I begin walking pussy fuck.